What's up, gardeners? We're going to do a quick video showing you how to deadhead your daylily plants. I'm here in zone 6B, 7A. We're in the first week of July. Some of the daylilies have finished blooming, others are still going strong. So let's take a look at these beautiful plants. Now, as a quick recap, they're called daylilies because those beautiful flowers generally just stay for a day or two. And that's why it's really important to get daylily varieties that are considered reblooming daylilies, because those varieties will produce the absolute maximum amount of flowers over the longest period of time. Now, the daylily flowers are produced at the end of what are called scapes. Now, when you have a scape that has a bunch of buds that are unopened yet, but some flowers have finished, generally what I'm going to do, I'm just going to let it be. I'm not going to take the time to remove these old spent fat flowers on their own individually. I just don't have time for that. And many times the flowers will actually just fall away on their own accord, leaving the rest of that scape ready to bloom and open. But of course, if you are a very tidy gardener, you have maybe a small garden, you can absolutely do that, and it's going to keep your plants looking fresh and clean. However, it's not going to really add much benefit to your plant, so to speak. But the instance when it is important for the health of your plant to actually remove those scapes is when, as you can see right here, all of the flower buds have finished flowering and they have all fallen off. And it is extremely easy to do. Simply locate one of those scapes, travel down as low as you possibly can, and just snip it off and add those to our compost pile. If you do have a reblooming variety, this can absolutely help to encourage your plants to produce more scapes with more flowers later in the season. And it also is going to help your plant retain the healthiest foliage possible. And the reason I like to remove those scapes is because there is always the chance that your plant could then go into that seed formation period, which if that starts to occur, generally it's going to take energy away from that foliage and go into that seed production. If that's what you want, then go ahead, leave those scapes on. And if you see, you may get lucky and have some seeds start to form. Generally with a lot of the cultivars such as this, it's probably not going to go into that seed formation. However, for me, I always like to remove those spent scapes so that my plant can continue generating more foliage, more root formation underground, getting bigger and bigger with each successive month during that growing season. And with that, now you have had a quick look on how to care for your daylilies after they've finished flowering or in the midst of their flowering season. I'll catch you guys later. Ciao.